Alright, we're back. I think, hopefully. I don't know what happened back there. But we should be okay now. Let me just check on my phone. Yeah, we should be okay. So, that was weird. As I was saying, I always assumed that they thought that Jingliu died along with Bai Heng. And they already know that Yinqing turned into Blade and Jingyuan is still Jingyuan and Dan Feng turned into Dan Heng. So they knew that Jingliu was still alive. That wasn't why Jingyuan was surprised to see her at the end of the Xianzhou trailblazing mission. He was just surprised that she was there on the Xianzhou, not that she was alive. Got it.
With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in.
Ah, actually, does Dan Heng know that Locha is actually Otto? I don't know if his real name is Otto in this universe, but does Dan Heng know that Locha pretty much tricked him?
Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingyuan actually agreed.
Okay.
Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
She sounds kind of disappointed that Jingyuan decided all of this. Okay.
Imbibitor Lunae, you're here.
Okay, so she may also believe that Dan Heng is lying about not remembering anything about Dan Feng.
Since
Probably.
you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me?
Is Dan Heng gonna do the whole like Thanos thing when he met Scarlet Witch? Like, I don't even know you. I don't even know who you are.
Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Dan Heng.
Is it? I know that Yanqing also called Dan Heng Imbibitor Lunae, but wouldn't that be considered kind of rude? You know, considering the fact that Bailu is now the new High Elder? Or does Bailu have a different title that's not Imbibitor Lunae? Well, the mission does want you to go to her anyway.
Master
what do you guys have to
Dan
say?
Heng. She's asking for you specifically.
Yeah, we heard.
Be careful. Don't underestimate her.
We're not you, child. You just make it too easy for everyone to bully you. Can we talk to any of the guards? No? Alright. So, what do you want? What do you want?
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison.
Hello, Mori. Hi. I don't know if you were here like 10 minutes ago, but the previous stream kinda crashed, so I restarted it. Hello, nice to see you again.
I thought Imbibitor Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea.
Okay, she actually saw that.
After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
What sight, bitch? You're wearing a blindfold! Okay, so that implies that after Locha, like, separated from Dan Heng, he brought Jingliu to the Scale Gorge Waterscape and they saw Dan Heng, maybe? So, yeah, I think Dan Heng is very, very insistent about him not being Dan
The
Feng.
life of Imbibitor Lunae ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
Yeah, stop dead naming him.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past?
No, but I think people have the right to want that, at least. Yeah, more shit does happen. it happens pretty often on my channel, actually, where like, it just crashes. OBS just crashes for me. It could be because I stream on a laptop. I don't have a PC. I do everything on my laptop. Could be why.
If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibiter Lunay's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
So Danheng, Danfeng, and whatever Dans came before them are known as the Ichor line. So I guess Bailu would be a new separate line then? Well, makes sense. They're different people. Yeah, so why did you want him here? Yeah, why are you here? But also, why did you want Danheng to be here specifically? Yeah, this laptop is good, it's great, but it's still just a laptop. Okay.
Imbibiter Lunay's actions affected many. Are you here to set things straight?
Actually, did she turn into a criminal before or after No, I think before, right? Because she said she heard that Danfeng was forced to molt and rebirth, so she became a criminal before Danheng was born?
I, too,
Hatched?
am a criminal. What right have I to deliver punishment? I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins.
Do I get the feeling that you are lying?
I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and see old friends, and to fulfill promises I made long ago.
So is Jingyuan just assuming that Jingliu personally called in Danheng and Blade? Or is Jingyuan not here right now because he's looking for Blade, like trying to fulfill his old master's last wish?
Jingyu'S has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
Okay, so he probably already knows that she already called Blade and Danheng back.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
I'm not exactly sure if he did hatch from an egg, because they keep saying that he went through molting rebirth, so did he just molt? Or did he come from an egg like Bailu and the other Vidyadhara? Still, I imagine, like, you know, if they did, like, get him from an egg and stuff and then immediately send him to jail, that's just too sad. They sent him to baby jail. And for what?
That's right.
Oh, Jingyuan? Are we gonna see what Jingyuan's up to?
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe.
Otto, you bitch! You weren't there, but when I, like, saw the end of that Zenjo trailblazing mission, I was shocked. I was rooting for him. I thought, oh, maybe Welch was wrong. Maybe he really is a completely different person in this universe. Maybe Otto is good in this universe, but no. No, he disappointed me. Otto, you bitch, what are you up to?
But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Yeah, why are you bringing him here?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
Yeah, to be honest, Mori, I've never played Honkai Impact 3rd, but I have watched other people's playthroughs and stuff. And I do like Otto Apocalypse as a villain. Like, his sympathy, his backstory, like, it really does make you sympathize with him. And he was very, very, threatening as a villain. For Locha, we still don't know much about him, but I'm hoping they, like, make him as good as Otto was.
For security purposes. I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
But then again, I would also be satisfied if they just made him a villain that, like, stirs up shit just for shits and giggles. Like, he's just a chaos gremlin in this universe. He doesn't mean any harm. He just wants to see what happens if he does this. What happens if he does that? How would people react?
The Stellaron's descent. The Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. The Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator.
Is he implying that was all Locha's doing?
According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Law Fu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay.
And
Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place.
I mean, he implied that he was here to trade coffins, but the people on the Lofu don't use coffins, and that's why he didn't really have he didn't really make a single trade. So yeah, they're lying. Yeah, so far they're doing a great job with the villains and the antagonists. Like, they're making the Stellaron Hunters like a really threatening and mysterious entity as a whole. And also, like, the Antimatter Legion with Fantilia and with the Eons and stuff. It really feels like every villain so far is, like, larger than life. Like, we have no idea what they're up to, but we know that if they get what they want, it would be a bad thing. So yeah, so far they're doing a great job.
You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself.
Oh, he surrendered himself? He doesn't have any plans to escape?
Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
It would be more puzzling considering the fact that he's not from the Xianzhou, right? So no one here really knows who the fuck he is and why the fuck he has anything to do with any of this.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Law Fu did not possess what I was looking for.
Asked, so not hired. So was he just doing a favor? For, I'm guessing Jingliu asked him to bring her here? Okay, yeah, he does have his own motivations, I guess that's good, but, yeah, so why would he do this favor for Jingliu?
It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
That's cap. I smell bullshit!
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone?
Ooh, backstory?
Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Auto Apocalypse? Maybe? No?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
Okay, so he is somewhat well known in this universe.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Yeah, he's so sus, I love it.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That's not what he said, don't put words in his mouth.
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime.
This thing.
According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals.
I still can't get over this ocean thing and this huge dragon thing at the back. Like, this is... The Xianzhou Lofu is supposed to be a ship. Where the fuck did this come from? How does all of this fit on this ship?
However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape.
All of this.
It will be the last view of the Law Fu you ever lay eyes on.
This is supposed to be on a ship. Also, what do you mean last view? Are you guys gonna execute him?
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago.
Okay.
The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general.
Oh, so his name is Yin Xing. I've been mispronouncing it, sorry. Huh. So all of them were really, really famous, naturally, but Dan Feng was the only one who got a statue. That's not fair.
The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways.
I'd argue Bai Heng didn't choose to go her separate ways. She died.
You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard.
If you don't want to be overheard, then why did you bring guards? Are you gonna kill those guards, Jingyuan?
You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Yeah, for one thing, like, why did she go to you for help? Well, wouldn't it have been less suspicious for her to be on a Xianzhou ship? Why be on a merchant's ship? Someone who's not from the Xianzhou. Yeah, Jingyuan's gonna kill those guards for sure.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
It's okay, Mori. Take your time. You're welcome back anytime you're ready.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist.
Because you don't remember much about the Xianzhou?
Lower your guard, young man.
Well, she does remember, though.
I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request.
So I'm guessing maybe she doesn't remember much because of the Mara stuff, and maybe she's asking for a tour because she wants to be reminded of the stuff she's forgotten.
Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany
calling him
me.
that.
I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Okay, first off, stop dead naming him, lady. Second, if he was telling the truth and he had no idea that he has no idea who Jingliu is, and he had no idea that she was the one who sent the letter, then he only came here because he thought Blade and the Stellaron Hunter sent it, and he wanted to report it to Jingyuan. That's all.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission?
Damn you, Dunfeng, for your poker face. I can't tell if you're lying or not.
So many memories are swirling inside
You
my
and
head.
Kafka, god damn you both.
I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Cienjo live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
You know what? The Sidenjo Lofu are very, very nice to their criminals. Like, they basically let Locha walk around the Scale Gorge waterscape, you know, the place that's supposed to be sacred to their people. They let Jingliu walk around without shackles and stuff, and even try to grant her her last wish. It's implied that Jingyuan was the one who freed Dan Heng and basically let him escape the prison. And they're not even trying to go after Blade. I mean, the IPC are the ones who are really gunning for the Stellaron hunters and, like, hunting them down. The Xianzhou hasn't mentioned that they've hired hitmen for the Stellaron hunters at all, actually. Or, like, they haven't really shown any signs that they're actively pursuing Blade and trying to have him pay for his crimes as Yinxing or whatever. Yinsing, sorry.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Alright, let's go. No. I didn't even have to teleport here. Cool. So... Aren't you gonna take off the blindfold?
Wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Why did we come all the way here, Yanqing? You're the one who said to come here. Also, if you're here to sightsee, then actually see! Take off the blindfold, Jingliu!
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Heng, the Foxian pilot?
I mean, he should. He is Jingyuan's student.
Bai Heng. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
How young are you, Yanqing? For you to only know of Imbiber Lune and not recognize Jingliu on sight, or not recognize Bai Heng's name immediately. Oh?
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Bai Heng? So the fact that they gave her a voice actress, does that imply that they're gonna make her playable someday, somehow? I mean, Honkai isn't above making dead people playable characters.
Imbibitor Lune, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I'd rather not. Because it sounds like that'd turn you on. I'd rather not turn you on at all in front of this child.
I can't remember anything.
But you've learned how to lie.
Okay, she can tell he's lying. Great.
Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Okay.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day.
Forces beyond your control. So, is that implying that Bai Heng's death is what caused her to get Mara struck? Because if she was Mara struck by the time Bai Heng died, or like immediately after Bai Heng died, then it would make sense that she never did the soul-soothing ceremony thing.
As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
Yeah, the process is actually kind of freaky. They grow the ships like plants and stuff. It's wild to see.
I see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful.
Oh,
There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
sorry, didn't mean to cut him off.
No need to worry about the two of us.
Okay, no more talking. You guys done? Okay, let's fight.
down.
I do not remember what Jingliu does. Let's see.
It's time. The truth of life and death.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Reveal the sanctuary. It's but a vision.
I think she's just a DPS, right? I did not pull for her, and I only did her trial just once.
Tough luck running into me! Phew! Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move!
Ice
Unworthy.
bunnies. March's ice bunnies. They're so cute. They look just like compound.
Light of moonlight.
Fighting is meaningless.
Yeah.
Lance at the ready.
Yeah.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Where are we going? Over there? Back to Danhak. The wrong way. This is the wrong way. I'm supposed to go this way. Ah.
The
Actually,
moon shines on the truth.
okay.
Right choice.
Ah. Maybe I didn't do her trial because I don't remember any of this.
Light of moonlight.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Blade fodder. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
She really
It's time.
is so cool. But yeah, I
No
didn't
interest
pull
in
for her.
conflict.
I'm saving up for any possible future Astral Express crew. Hello?
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here.
You know what? It's so nice to see that Yanqing is very eager to act as a tour guide, even though, you know, he was against it at first.
Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after.
Very convenient.
I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
Did she just insult Yanqing? Yanqing, I think she just insulted you.
Hey, I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training.
Ancient.
I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Star Skiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
So Yanqing is super young then for him to think of the High Clock Quintet as ancient. So, is he a short life species kid then? Or is he like at least 30 or 40 years old by now?
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
Ah, so she's like Alice?
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems.
Sounds like Bai Hung just filled it with whatever random stuff that she was interested in.
I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Well, her luck did run out eventually. I mean, she did die.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines.
So she's like Bennett then? Constantly like getting into ridiculous situations, yet somehow still surviving to this day.
Very few
Well,
star skiffs she
not that one.
piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer.
Well, it's a good thing that star skiffs grow on trees here.
She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events.
Oh.
Inauspicious ones, at least.
Oh.
Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions.
So exactly like Benny then. I wonder if she somehow predicted her death. Or like she maybe foresaw Jingliu and Yinsing falling to Mara and Danfeng forced to becoming Danheng and stuff.
However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide.
Until she couldn't.
Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Star Skiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Or it could just crash immediately. That, I think, would also be appropriate for the Star Skiff Killer.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated.
Here.
The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
I wonder if we'll actually get to see Blade on
Thank you,
this companion mission.
young man.
Yeah, you're being surprisingly nice to a lady that bullied you. Is this the Starskiff?
See?
Yeah,
The
this
Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the
You sound so proud of
Lawfu for
yourself,
so
Yanqing.
long, I can finally say farewell to you.
Aw.
So, what happened to Baiheng in the end?
Well,
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. We are here today to commemorate her.
basically, she died. That's all you need to know.
Imbibitor Lunae, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
You know what? Since we've apparently been lying this whole time by choosing to say that Danheng doesn't remember, let's keep it going. I don't remember any of it.
I can't remember anything.
Let me
Stop pushing me.
refresh your memory. During that battle, Baiheng, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter.
Okay, so she was blessed by the Egon, huh? Yeah, Yanqing, the one thing that I like about him and that I feel sorry to him for is that it seems like every character fights him. Every playable character on the Xianzhou at least seems to have at least a bit of a bone to pick with him. And I feel so bad for him. Like, he's just a child. Leave him alone. Stop trying to fight him.
She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium.
Dragon's delirium?
She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay.
I don't know if you can hear that, but there are sirens very, very nearby right now. I hope whatever is going on does not require me to get out of my house. Okay, it stopped. It stopped. Yeah, I think he's at least somewhat a few decades old, but then again, the way he talks about the High Cloud Quintet and stuff, like their ancient history, like he didn't recognize Jingliu on sight, and he's like only vaguely heard of Baiheng. Is that implying that Yanqing is actually the age that he looks like? That he's actually like the short life species person, the way Yinsing was? Also, Baiheng. Huh. It implies that Baiheng rushed in alone. But Yukong said that Starskiffs need like 2 people to operate and stuff. So did Baiheng not get a partner like Yukong did. And maybe that's why she died. Like, she only rushed in alone. She didn't wait for a partner or like someone to help her with the star skiff. It's just the ambience. So, I guess that would make the circumstances of her death like more tragic. Like, no one was there to help her, but she still went in anyway.
For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in, Imbibitor Lunae.
I wonder if that's something that Dan Heng believes in now or not. Maybe that's gonna be one of those things that he doesn't agree with Dan Feng on.
You couldn't accept that Bai Heng was gone.
Oh.
Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone.
Okay. So, I know that there are theories online that Dan Feng basically like forced Bai Heng to change into Bai Lu, where he like basically did some voodoo doo-doo taboo shenanigans that changed the Bai Heng's species, turned her into a Vidyadhara so that she has the chance to reincarnate. I guess that makes sense why, you know, he's really, really wanted and none of the Vidyadhara like him for what he did. But also, I guess it implies that he, like, actually really is just that powerful for him to be able to change someone's species like that. Do you remember doing that, Dan Heng?
There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lunae. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
Does Jingliu actually hate Dan Feng for what he did, for basically forcing Bai Heng to reincarnate, to come back to life, but as a different person? Like, we've seen Bai Heng's art and stuff. She doesn't really look too much like Bai Lu, but then again, it could just be because Bai Lu's still a kid. Maybe as she grows up, she'll look more like Bai Heng. And from what we know from Imbibitor Lunae's companion mission, he gave like half of his power to Bai Lu. That's why Bai Lu was chosen as the new High Elder. She basically got all of Imbibitor Lunae's abundance skills, his healing abilities. That's why Dan Heng can't heal anyone at all anymore. So he changed her species and gave her half of his power, which is wild. It's kind of extreme.
Bai Heng, I've brought your flagon.
Flagon?
This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person.
Who's him, and what is a flagon?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky.
Oh, she gave Jingliu a dying request, a dying wish. Jujutsu Kaisen style, maybe? So she cursed Jingliu. Yeah, and all of this stuff about the High Cloud Quintet is still, like, really, really vague. So I really have no idea if any of the stuff I'm spouting is true or not.
The Artisanship Commission is next.
So, are we going here to honor Yin Xing? He's supposed to be a blacksmith or something, right? He made weapons. Yeah, so, since you've been gone, this tree just suddenly popped up out of nowhere.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
Oh, so that's what it is. A large container to hold drinks, mostly wine. Good to know. I wonder if that flagon was actually filled up and Jingliu basically sent off wine to Baiheng for Baiheng to drink in the next life.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived.
I wished he didn't do that.
That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Like, I know the VA was just doing his job, and maybe the director was just following, like, orders from the main translation team or the main hoyoverse team. But I really, really didn't like the voice and the direction they went with Master whatever's lines. It was just so annoying.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
I think she's talking about Yinsing. I could be wrong, but if it is Yinsing, then I guess this implies that Yinsing had a sense of humor. So yeah, he does have a very, very different personality from Blade then.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
I'm guessing Danheng. Okay. From what she said about Danfeng before this, Danfeng would agree with Yanqing, but if Danheng is different from Danfeng, then maybe he would agree with standing your ground and fighting till your last breath.
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
Yeah, that's on the Lopu. You guys keep making the Trailblazers, like, solve your problems and stuff. Maybe don't.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign.
No,
the Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Also, you guys were kind of dying. But still, leaving most of your problems to Outworlders is still kind of, you know, lame. Yeah, Jingliu'S spitting facts right now. Why are you giving a bunch of Outworlders authority over the Luofu? Sounds
Young
weak.
Man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
Please don't. Please quit bullying this child. Stop trying to fight him,
You
please.
just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
He looks so unimpressed.
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
What do you mean, go on ahead? You're still a criminal. He's supposed to be escorting you. Yanqing, don't agree. Do not leave this criminal with an Outworlder. With someone who's basically also an ex-criminal of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do your job,
Why
Yanqing!
did you send him away?
Why did he
It is
agree?
of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
You wanna fight me?
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
No, they're not enough. My Danheng's pretty damn built. Where's Yanqing? Let me at this kid. He's not doing his job.
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Yeah, Yanqing isn't doing a very good job right now.
Forgot.
But in Viper de Lune doesn't...
Too late to
Or
repent.
at least Danheng in Viper de Lune doesn't use his spear. Though. So, what is he remembering? Or did Danfeng
The
use his
truth
spear
of life
too?
and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Hey Red, hello. By the way, sorry about yesterday. I didn't notice your messages until like the very end while I was checking to see if the stream lagged or something. I don't know. I was checking chat, but it only like appeared after I refreshed the page that I was checking. So yeah, I'm glad you could join us today. Today we are a party of 3. I wonder if Danheng would tell any of us, like any of the trailblazers or Himiko, well,
awesome move.
what happened here, or is he just gonna keep this to himself? Yeah, it only
Come on
like
already.
appeared when I checked my phone to see if the where were you? Yeah, I only saw your chat after I checked my phone to see if the stream lagged or something. Yes, Jingliu is very simple. Anyway, you! I am very mad at you. Why did you leave a criminal with an ex-criminal? You're supposed to be escorting both of us.
What took you so long this time?
You are not doing your job.
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lune. We have all the time in the world.
I'm not anxious. I'm angry. Let me at this kid.
Something's not right. Avoid it.
You child.
This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lune. Do you know who crafted it for you?
Oh, Blade,
It's been with me
Yinsing
ever
did
since
it?
my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Lance at the ready.
I hope you have a better day tomorrow, at least whatever rest of the day you have.
I've no interest
However
in
much longer you
Lance
have of the day.
ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Yeah, I haven't gotten Wawa either.
Tough luck running into me.
But I think I'm gonna have to give up on her. Argenti is coming soon. I'm not pulling for Argenti, but you know, Wawa's time is almost over.
A miracle.
Not strange.
Try that again.
I'm on guard.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Wawa didn't want to come home.
Told you I could fight.
Yeah, she is a good character. Like, her personality is very, very distinct.
Stand down.
Lance at the ready.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death, the sanctuary, is but a vision.
I hope you have more luck pulling for another character after this, Red. I mean, you probably built up your pity pretty
Try
good,
that
right?
again. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
All will be revealed.
Yeah, Mori, I also recently found out
flame.
about the sad news.
Later moonlight.
Mr. Red no longer has a Mrs. Red.
Here.
I'm on guard.
This is actually getting kind of tedious.
Phew.
Just die already!
You can't run.
Too late to repent.
Let me through. I need to yell at the little boy.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
The truth of life and death, the sanctuary, is but a vision.
You can continue
Yeah,
to
only
convince
just found out
yourself
about
that
it.
you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything.
Anyway, Red, I hope things look up for you after this. You know, I hope that it doesn't get you down too much. Also, I have been choosing the options where Dan Heng says that he forgot everything. But I wonder if this dialogue changes if I had chosen the other options.
But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunae's.
Why are you starting to sound more angry? Calm down, please.
Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature.
Yeah, at least you don't let it get you down too much. But yeah, Hua won't come for us. She refuses to come home to us. And it's gonna be over soon. I don't think I'm getting Hua soon. But at least I built up my pity so that if March 5th, if March 7th 5-star comes out, I'll be ready for her.
Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you.
I want 5-star March.
Do you remember? Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
5-star March would be March the 8th. Probably. So, Jingliu was closest to Bai Heng, and Danfeng was closest to Yinsing. Did Jingyuan just not have his own best friend? Did you guys just, make him your fifth wheel all the time? Should we imply that he remembers a bit, maybe?
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Good luck, Red. I hope you get him. I hope you get the next character that you want.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name?
Yes, that's why Jingyuan got Yanqing, because he didn't have a best friend of his own, so he got a son instead.
When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations.
Oh.
That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training.
So, Yinsing, Blade wasn't born and raised on the Xianzhou? Well, I guess it makes sense. He was a short-life species person, and everyone on the Xianzhou is almost immortal.
When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder.
Now I'm just imagining like a baby Blade, baby Yinting, and Jingliu standing next to him, measuring him against her sword. That's actually kinda cute. Yeah, I think Jingliu is simpleable for most people, but not really to me. I just think of her as like, this criminal that's trying to stir up shit.
At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature.
It could be
But
because
when
she's
we
not
met
flat
again,
enough for you, Red.
He was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
So, is this implying that the High Cloud Quintet were known as outcasts before they were, like, popular or famous or whatever? Oh yeah, you do like Kafka, and you do like Skirk from Genshin. I mean, I also like Skirk from Genshin. I don't know, maybe it's just Jingliu doesn't match with us. It's not you, Jingliu, it's us. Huh. Yanqing, where are you? You little shit! Do your
You
job!
didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
What do you mean, just so you'd get here first? There was no race. She sent you away. She told you to go first.
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
Yeah, Kafka's assets are a lot bigger than most of the characters here. It's very noticeable.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Actually, who's bigger in the assets department, Kafka or Cocolia? I don't think we ever really got a close-up of Cocolia, but I think maybe Cocolia is bigger? Probably? Or it could just be because, you know, we can see her thong all the time, so it makes it seem like it's bigger.
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryo capsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long.
You guys have cryo capsules?
If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
You already fought him. I hope they make Cocolia playable someday. I know Honkai aren't above making dead characters playable. If we do get Cocolia, then it would be easier to compare her with Kafka. You know, just to make sure who's bigger.
Yingxing is still alive?
Do you or do you not know that he's Blade now?
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads.
Yeah, the Kafka versus Cocolia would be that meme of, you know, finally, a worthy foe.
As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
So that's why Blade is also wanted by the Lawful. It's not because he was a short-life species that now is immortal, and they can't allow that. It's because he helped Danfeng create Bailu, potentially, probably.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
It's Blade. It's Blade. Get a clue, you two. You both look so clueless right now.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
She only has pity for Baiheng.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
Yeah, did you guys fight again or something?
What did you do to him?
Or were you the one who gave him Mara?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom.
So, okay, we know that the second time he was in prison, like during the Trailblazing mission, Jingliu'S was the one who freed him. So the first time he was in the shackling prison, Jingliu was the one who freed him? I thought it was Kafka. I thought that Kafka broke him out of jail and that's why he's, you know, following her around now, because he feels indebted to her for that. So it's not Kafka? Yeah, I remember back then that a lot of people, like, were saying that, you know, we're counting the days that they were saving up for Jingliu, but honestly, I haven't really seen that many people use her. It could just be that they, like, you know, got over her quick, maybe?
I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name.
So...
We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
Was she the one who gave him Mara then? know Blade is close with Kafka. I wonder what Kafka has to say to all of this. Like, if she ever met Jingliu, would she be pissed that Jingliu basically did all of this to her friend?
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance.
Sacrifices? I think that's the first time I've heard of it. Otto, what are you talking about?
What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
What are you trying to say, Otto?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
I still can't get over this beef Lan has with Yaoshi.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded.
Oh, I see. But, So, Red, I guess this would mean that either Star Rail is doing a great job of, like, putting out really, really good characters every time, or there's gonna be, like, a power creep, you know, where only the latest characters are a lot better than the previous characters. Genshin somehow managed to, like, not fall into this because of, like, great 4 stars like Benny and Official and stuff, but I hope that Star Rail doesn't, you know, fall to a power creep.
Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead.
What the fuck did Yaoshi do to the rest of the rest of the universe then? Like, I understand why the Luofu don't like the Eon of Abundance, but what about everyone else? Also, what is your plan exactly for going up against an Eon, Otto?
It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an Eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest.
Yeah, Red, it could be both. And that would mean that a lot of people would spend money on this game. Especially, like, to get the later characters. Huh. Yeah, so how exactly do you plan to kill an Eon, Otto?
So, in order
will
to
never
sever
forgive you, Otto.
Yasha's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution.
Yeah, Genshin so far has been doing a really good job to, you know, stave off that power creep. And Star Rail, because it's still new, you know, relatively, I still think that it's doing a pretty good job as it is so far. Yeah, Branya, Clara are definitely still pretty great. Kafka to this day, yeah. Even though Kafka, I guess, isn't really, you know, DPS or anything, she's still, like, really, her character design is really good. And her personality and stuff, and at least make her, like, a worthy pull for a lot of people.
Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
As long as there's Kafka, we don't need any other characters. Mommy is all we need.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
Yeah, Kafka is good. She's not an OP, but she is very good. Is the Shu Ling another one of the Xianzhou ships? Are we gonna get to see another Xianzhou ship? Because I think this was also the ship that was mentioned for the Heliobus mission. I think this is the ship where the Heliobi are, like, considered a normal thing and everyone just lives with them floated around all the time. I'm guessing it's the
As
Goth
I expected.
Xianzhou ship.
Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shuling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda.
You'll get him, Red. You'll get him. I believe in the pity system that has been built up. You've built up your pity for not getting Huo Huo. You are guaranteed to get him next. Yeah, Kafka. I hope that Kafka would still be really, really good later, especially for the many people who pulled for her. Like she got Star Rail a lot of money. Yeah, hopefully, maybe she'll be even better. Like I think they're gonna add new characters with different paths and stuff after this, so maybe the characters of the previous paths will have more. Like a different effect on them. The way they, like, when they added Dendro to Genshin, it pretty much became a whole new game. And all of the elements and stuff work differently with Dendro.
And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
Ow! Right! If the person inside the coffin is not Jingliu and it's the person whose name starts with K, then I guess it makes sense that he'd be after the Eon of Abundance. He may just want to resurrect the person whose name starts with K. If she is in this world, maybe. We haven't seen any variant of her in Genshin or anywhere else, actually.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
I haven't played Luca, but Sampo, yeah, Sampo is, especially compared to Kafka, he is getting kinda weak, kinda lame. But I'm also assuming that for most of the 4-star characters we have now, we may eventually get them as 5-star, because Sampo, they've been handing out clues and hints and stuff that he is associated with the masked fools. Maybe he's just pretending to be weak and he's like really, really strong all along, and maybe we'll get a 5-star Sampo? Probably. 2 more months. When are we gonna get to Penacony? I hope the Penacony
well
characters are good.
This was a spectacular move.
Please let the Penacony characters be good.
You've changed, Jingliu'S.
Oh, you're here. Hello. Okay, guards, you're not doing your job.
I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Guards, there's a criminal right here. Why aren't you pointing your spears to him? Guards, hello? Jingliu'S definitely gonna kill you after this. I think so. Because, like, the 4-stars, like Sampo and March and stuff, they've been hinted at to be actually more powerful than they are, right? So maybe they could get a 5-star version the way Dan Heng did. Milo!
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
Please don't try to kill Bailu. You may see her as an abomination of Baiheng or something, but please don't hurt the child.
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation.
She looks so short. Look, she doesn't even reach this man's crotch.
Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
2.0 in February. Please come up with good characters. She's so small. Bailu! Bailu! Ayo. Actually, has Jingliu'S told her, like, warned her about all of the criminals that are currently on the ship? Has no one told her at all?
Dan Heng? What a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Look at the way she has to look up.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
Yeah, so if Bailu is Bai Heng, she has absolutely no idea.
My
about
eyes
it.
are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past
Okay,
and
so
riles my
angsty.
inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
This line is so angsty, Jingliu, damn.
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucence worms so I can take a closer look.
Oh, so yeah, maybe if they do come up with that 5-star DOT, it could be someone that does complement other DOTs, like maybe make them like hit harder or last longer or stuff. Yeah, that would be cool, because then it would give people reason to also pull for Kafka again the next time her banner comes up, which would also give Star Rail more money. More money for the small business that only puts out free mobile games.
Your hand! It's freezing!
Is it?
Please wait. Danheng, can I speak to you for a minute?
Are you gonna ask who this strange lady you brought
your
is?
friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
is a zombie?
There's no cure.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis.
She's so cute, she's so small.
Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice.
Oh yeah, ZZZ.
It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core essay and her veins.
Or essay? Did you just speak Spanish? What? Yeah, ZZZ, I haven't played it. I also haven't been watching playthroughs so that I could one day play it. And I don't want to spoil myself. But yeah, I'm playing on a laptop. I only have a laptop. My laptop does not have much room for any other game. So I'm just playing Genshin and Star Rail for now.
I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Respectfully, don't disrespect the child.
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
Yeah, she's gonna get executed after this.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her.
Yeah, they did say that ZZZ is... like, the characters aren't as sexy, you know? But also, I really don't mind. I actually sometimes I prefer more stylized designs. So yeah, it also depends on how good the gameplay is gonna be. If the gameplay is great, then I don't really mind, you know, mid character designs or whatever, or in sexy character designs.
I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on.
Okay, Doc.
Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. I
She's
won't
so
cure
small.
her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go?
Look at how high she has to look up to see to meet Danheng's eyes. She's so
I'm
small.
sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Danheng, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
What do you need Danheng for other than his height?
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
Yanqing looks like he's had enough of this.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Follow the short, stubby-legged person.
I can smell the herbs. It's around here. Hey! Give me back my medicine box!
Where is it? I don't see it on him.
That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Where are you going, Bailu? Ape!
Ah! There's an even bigger monster protecting this one!
Oh, yeah, so I haven't really seen anything about ZZZ, but so they changed the character designs. Oh, I didn't know that.
Ah! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Bailu, I don't think they're here for a visit.
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
Soon to
So
be departed.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
Oh, I never heard of Black Swan. Is that gonna be a new character that comes out with 2.0? Ah, so yeah, ZZZ, the character design change was actually a big deal.
All will be revealed in the lunar flame. Later moonlight.
People bitching about smaller assets. Yep, sounds like the internet.
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
She's saying she doesn't have normal
running
flesh.
into me. Here. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
Nowhere to run.
I'm on guard.
Yeah.
Fighting is meaningless.
Told you I could fight.
Dong,
Phew.
dong, dong.
Tedious.
Dong. No.
The truth of life in this sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
I mean, is it wrong? Do you not like them flat? I guess. Actually, like I said, I don't know anything about the character designs or whatever in ZZZ, but do they have femboys? Because if they do, then that means that the Honkai team really are anti-femboy, and that's just unfair.
Too late to
All
repent.
will be revealed in lunar flame.
Or has there only been like very, very few characters, so we can't say if they're gonna be femboys or not in the future.
Stand down.
Okay, not yet, but there's still hope.
Later moonlight.
Lands at the ready.
Ooh, they got a tomboy.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming Valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies
so
again
a child
for the delay.
tomboy. Okay.
This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Alright, so at least I have a little bit that I can look forward to in ZZZ, because I don't think I can play it anytime soon. I don't have a PC. My laptop is already on its last legs. No, you're still good. You're still good, laptop. It's okay. I still love you. Please don't die on me.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all.
Huh.
What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations.
is that Locha's doing? Did Locha do something to... well, did Otto do something to make her Mara, like, less obvious?
You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me.
Huh.
I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit.
Oh, it's on PS5. I thought it was gonna be another multi-platform thing. PS5. Well, yeah, you know what? No offense to people who have PS5, but I don't think there are enough good games for me to justify getting a PS5. I mean, there are no good games that are only PS5 playable that could justify me, you know, getting the money to buy a PS5. So, maybe I won't get to play it then. Like, if they make more good games for PS5, then maybe.
Wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
Ah, okay. If it's on PC too, then yeah, I could get it as soon as I get a PC. But yeah, PS5. I think the PS5 is overrated. They don't give us or at least they don't give me enough of a reason to buy a PS5. The PS5 exclusive games, the only good ones are like the Spider-Man ones.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
So amnesia is the answer?
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence.
Yeah, it's good that it will be on mobile. Thank God. I mean, on mobile and PC and stuff. Yeah, the Spider-Man games, they make me want to get a PS5, but I can't justify it because then I'll basically just be playing the same 2 or 3 games on just the PS5. Like on a laptop, even though I only play Genshin and Star Rail, at least I can use the laptop for other things, you know? So like I can justify getting a gaming laptop like this one, but also the PS5 just for a few games, it's not worth it to me.
All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past.
Calm down, girl.
If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void.
Alright, stop angsting.
Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady.
So edgy.
Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy.
She's so edgy.
By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
So, could Blade have seen her actually? Would she not recognize Blade as a wanted criminal, as a Stellaron hunter, or does everyone on the Xianzhou just baby her and not let her, you know, recognize criminals, not show her pictures of wanted posters and stuff?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment, and the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
Oh, you'll never get it in Xbox. You know what? I also understand that. That's fair.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
I would hope that if she sees Blade, she'd immediately recognize him as a Stellaron hunter, because it would be very dangerous for them not to inform her of wanted criminals.
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description.
She does not recognize wanted criminals, Bailu!
He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood, though from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
Bailu, where are your guards? God damn, you Xianzhou people are
He's
useless.
probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
This is why Jingyuan leaves everything to us. Apparently, the people of the Xianzhou are useless. Hey. What's up? This is awkward.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
Are you gonna ask what he's doing here? Because I have the same question. He's not exactly doing his job.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years.
-1, so more like quartet.
If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no
7
matter what
centuries.
happened, we would gather here together and share a drink.
I wonder how old Dan Feng was when he died. Would he have been like 1,000 by then?
How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more.
My god, she's so edgy. Speaking of edgy, yeah, the Tokyo Ghoul anime, they changed so much. They made it way edgier than it had to be. But the manga, I really like the manga. I know some people like didn't like the ending and stuff, but I thought the ending was okay, you know, compared to other the endings of other long-running manga and stuff. At the very least, like our main characters got kind of a good ending from the anime, especially like Tokyo Ghoul Re.
Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell.
Are you gonna die? Are you planning to die? Jingliu, are you gonna die?
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Oh no, you're gonna kill them instead. Okay.
Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen.
Yeah, the Tokyo Ghoul manga is really good. I know like they made a meme out of like one of the panels where Kaneki says something like "I am pain" or something, but that's not real. Yeah, so despite all the memes, Tokyo Ghoul as the manga is very good. So I highly recommend, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I did.
Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination.
Yeah, so wouldn't you say they've already been punished? Like, Dan Feng is dead. He was executed, so, like, punishment done.
As for Jingliu...
Oh, she
the
meant herself, not
sinner,
Jingyuan.
She succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say that Jingyuan did something wrong too, so she just meant herself. Okay.
Now it is time we pay for what we have done.
You know what? This means that Jingyuan did nothing wrong ever. I'm proud of you.
Dan Heng.
Good job, Jingyuan, for being a decent man.
Escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade. What a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Xing's regrets.
Yeah, it's great to see that Jingliu'S at least managed to, you know, come out of it relatively okay. He didn't die. He didn't resurrect as whatever Blade is.
And
he wasn't Mara
will
struck.
Face the punishment of the Alliance.
How did you do it?
And suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
So we're not gonna fight? No fight? How do you guys get this much water on a ship? I will never get over this. I will point it out every time I see it. There's a dragon in the water. Why has no one talked about the dragon? Is that supposed to be Danfeng or something? So this is it, huh? Jingliu'S, you good man. You should be proud of yourself. Like, you stayed decent until the very end. Good job.
A wineless gathering.
Wineless?
Accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion.
Girl, if you think you need alcohol to make reunions fun, then you have a problem.
Jingliu'S, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
They're just using a projector. Actually, yeah, it could just be a scare tactic. It's working.
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi.
That's another Xianzhou ship, I think.
I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
So many new terms. So this could be a new character we may get in the future?
Jingliu'S, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others.
Okay, so Jingliu and Lucha and Otto are working together to beat the Abundance. I'm guessing that Jingliu'S sending Jingliu to the other ship would maybe get in the way of their plan. Because as far as we know, the Abundance only has beef with the Xianzhou Luofu. The Eon probably doesn't really care about the other ships. So if he sends them to another ship, it would lessen the chances of them getting in contact with the Abundance, maybe?
But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path.
Sounds like a you problem. I mean, Blade doesn't have that problem. He's following Elio.
No matter. I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait.
So Blade is just gonna stay here or something?
Before you leave, you still owe me my due.
Does she owe you money?
I have tried.
Does she owe Kafka money?
Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
Okay. So, the only other person I remember them calling an emanator is Turuturu. Wait, what was her name? Herda! Right, oh god, I only remember Turuturu. Yeah, Herda. So, I'm guessing Herda would also be another 4-star that they maybe make a 5-star variant of. Because Herda, let's be real, she's very, very weak. But everyone makes her out to be like a big deal. So maybe 5-star Herda would be the real Herda, and the 4-star Herda is just, you know, what, her puppets and stuff. That's why they're so weak. Okay, so this means that mortals cannot kill emanators like Herda and apparently like Blade.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
Right, because she's not mortal. She's a long life species person.
I told
Jingliu'S
you
isn't
when
mortal
I
either,
taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Are we fighting?
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Fighting? No? Oh, cutscene.
We were here once, 700 years ago.
Damn, the sliding.
Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future.
Ooh.
Their faces still linger before my eyes.
And Danheng and Jingliu'S are just
like
watching.
A bygone dream.
They're just letting this happen.
I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Cienjo lifetime.
Everything happened too fast. I didn't see.
Yet, dreams.
They're just standing there.
Will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Kafka, where are you? Come get your man. Get your buddy. Get your best friend.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again.
Ah, so it's not just Danheng that's killed him more than once.
The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored.
Yeah, they cut out so much content. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like this High Cloud Quintet stuff still has more that they haven't shown us. So the story just feels incomplete right now.
It's as if they're
I
saying,
hope we get more, maybe.
Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin?
I mean, you were Baiheng's friend. Did you not want her to come back too?
I know that you
Even
have
as
no interest
another
in my
person?
answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again?
Well, looking closer, she does kind of look like Bailu, or at least she has Bailu's colors and stuff. Maybe someday we'll get her as a playable character. Also, look at them all. Jingliu'S looks exactly the same.
Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave.
Wait, I just noticed that they animate the water flowing down. That's a lot of water for a very small cup.
The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
No? You okay? They just left you? Are you or are you not a wanted criminal in the Xianzhou? Okay, Jingliu'S is still here. I was about to say, did Jingliu'S really just leave him there? Okay, can't talk to you. Can't talk to you. I'm guessing because none of you want to talk to Dan Heng. That's fine, understandable.
Imbibitor Lune, what do you plan on doing next?
Go to Penacony! I want to see Penacony. Show me Penacony.
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
Yes, show me Penacony.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear.
You know what? I don't know if it's just the edge, but she talks in circles so much. Like, get to the point already, Jingliu. What are you trying to say?
The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end.
Yeah, I want to see Penacony, but I don't think we'll get a sneak peek with Argenti because, like, they say that he's from some kind of order of knights or something, and they mentioned that those knights just travel a lot. So I don't think he's from Penacony or anything. So we might not get a sneak peek of that new world too soon. I hope I'm wrong. I am very curious about what Penacony would be like.
When I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lune.
Yeah, Mori, I guess that's... I didn't think of it that way. Mara would be like dementia, I guess, huh? Yeah, maybe? I guess it would make sense that they'd have dementia. They're all like super old. You. Why did you bring us here?
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another.
Are we really taking sides? I mean, we just... we just want to kill each other. Oh! Penacony would be like a Roman place with... I'm trying to imagine it. Roman place, because I don't think we've seen that in Genshin or like Honkai Impact. That would be very nice. I'd like to see how they like integrate Roman designs and Roman cultures in that and stuff. Okay. I am looking forward to Penacony even more.
Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to.
He already did find the answer. He's been insisting that he's Dan Heng this entire time.
Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth.
Oh yeah, Star Rail Olympics. I mean, we already got Star Rail, like Pokemon. Oh.
Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
Yeah, let's go home. Back on the train, where everyone is not a criminal, is not a convict. Nope. Nope. You. Why are you still here? Yanqing, go do your job.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today.
Because if you don't, he'll kill you.
I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
I mean, as long as you don't try to resurrect someone, you'll be fine, kid.
Goodbye for now, Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
I hope the next time we meet, you don't try to pick a fight with Dan Heng. Stop picking fights with people who can beat you up, Yanqing. Goddamn. Hello? You gonna fight me?
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it.
I mean, Dan Heng could give it a whack if you want. Again.
We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Just give up. I mean, Dan Heng at the very least could try to kill him
I
properly.
will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Don't talk like Elio's script is the only reason why you haven't killed this 4-star Blade. Like, according to that one light cone, Dan Heng has killed Blade lots and lots of times, and Blade hasn't managed to kill Dan Heng once. He lost to a 4-star. A free 4-star at that. Nope. Is it us? Dan Heng, where you at? March. Oh, Himeko made coffee. It's interesting that this Himeko likes coffee, and the Himeko in Honkai Impact likes beer. Oh, we're back. Anything else? Anything new? No? Oh, right. During Kafka's companion mission, we found out that you used to be a Stellaron hunter. But it doesn't sound like anyone else recognizes him as a Stellaron hunter. Like, the IPC doesn't have wanted posters of him or anything. And we've run into the IPC already. They hate the Stellaron hunter, so they should recognize him, shouldn't they? So there's still more that they haven't told us about whatever the fuck Kalis is. So yeah, anyway, that's where I'm ending it today. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't stream during the weekend, but this time I will stream during the weekend, during the usual time. So, until then, goodbye Mori, goodbye Red, I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, or a good night's sleep. I hope things get better for you, Red. Also, good luck on your pulls. Yeah, if he had a different body, does that mean that he used to be still before this, and that's why people don't recognize him? He used to be a girl before this, that's why? Yeah, but we'll figure it out soon! Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye! Thanks again! Bye!